can also log into the
Mhm.
NetSuite. Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
okay, and you know, like, okay, going to netsuite.com, they will be getting a, so okay, like Sojan will be telling you those things. Okay, right.
Mhm.
Now,
Okay.
so basically, whenever you have a NetSuite account, so there's two type of account, right? One is a NetSuite Lite, and there is a NetSuite
Okay.
One World.
Mm.
So how you will be
Okay.
able to identify which account is it? Okay, first thing is like you will be aware of because you are purchasing it, and second thing is like if you come to the setup
Mhm.
company and see this here subsidiary,
Mhm.
right? So subsidiary is there. So this
Mhm.
subsidiary will not be there in a NetSuite Lite one.
Okay. NetSuite Lite. Okay.
Yeah. NetSuite, basically you can say NetSuite and NetSuite One World. Don't use NetSuite
Yeah.
Lite. NetSuite and NetSuite One World.
Okay.
Okay. In NetSuite One World, we'll be getting the subsidiary. Where in
Okay.
NetSuite we don't have the subsidiary hierarchy.
Okay.
Here
Okay.
in NetSuite One World, we can manage multiple companies, sister companies and all, right? Here
Mhm.
you can see,
Okay.
okay, group of companies. So
Yeah.
we are doing the, or will be doing all the things over here itself. Now,
Okay.
the first thing, whenever you have a NetSuite account, okay, what is the main thing?
Mhm.
Okay, let me remove. Okay, let it be here. So, what is the most important thing is your setup company and company information.
Mhm.
One two session will be theoretical, okay. Then we'll be having
Mhm.
practical. Now, the first thing is setup company information. What this company information consists of. So this
Mhm.
company information will show which company is using the NetSuite account.
Okay.
Okay. For example, let's say you are working for an company ABC. Now ABC is a group of company. There could be ABC Financials, ABC something, right? Maybe services, something
Yeah.
kind of could be there, right? But
Mhm.
ABC is the company which is using the NetSuite. Okay, they have multiple subsidiaries as well. So here the name will be the ABC only.
Mhm.
Okay, the company which
Okay.
is using NetSuite account, who has purchased it,
Okay.
and all the
Okay.
data relevant to that company, for example, their address, okay, logo, you can
Mhm.
upload it here. So we have plus sign to upload. We can upload by clicking.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. But once we have, I mean, purchased it newly, then I think this page will be blank, right?
No, no, no. This will be there. So what happened basically whenever you purchase, right, from the NetSuite,
Mhm.
okay.
Mhm.
So some of the things even they enable and give you them,
Oh, okay.
okay, because
Okay.
here you can see company name is mandatory.
Mhm.
Again,
Okay.
on this page, most important thing is your account ID.
Mhm.
This account ID is your license number.
Mhm.
Okay. So this page will consist of this account ID, which is most important thing. Because even if
Account
you go
ID.
for the
Okay.
renewal, or yeah, right. Whenever you're communicating with the NetSuite or anything, you have to give the reference of your account ID there.
Okay.
Okay.
So
By
Shekhar,
this
do you
only,
said this is the license number?
yeah, this is the license number. You can say this is the account ID. You can say this is the only
Oh.
thing is like you can say the unique identification number for your account.
Okay. Okay. For my NetSuite account, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. And this
Yeah.
like for all the subsidy whatever you have created in the system, so subsidy will not be having the account ID. Okay, account IDs, for example,
Okay.
let's say Reliance is using a uh, NetSuite. Now Reliance have
Mhm.
implemented a different subsidiary in the NetSuite account. For example, they have said Reliance Infrastructure, Reliance Manufacturing, Reliance
Okay.
Services, Reliance Entertainment, right? So those are the subsidiary.
Yeah.
But as in they're managing in the same account, okay. So the account ID will be the same.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the account ID. Here you can enter the address and all. information. And here you have to also mention the currencies, etc., because this currency will be helping you out. You can say the top company currency preferences, okay, in which you want to have the reports and
Okay.
all. And most of the cases, if you
Mm-hmm.
see, so this currency and this account company information will be the same, whatever the top level subsidy will be creating.
Okay.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing. So this is the most of the times you'll see. Okay, so this page will be filled by the NetSuite itself, and you'll be getting it. And later on, if you want, you can make the changes, but make sure few of the changes that we cannot make once done. For example, the country you cannot change. You will not be able to change the currencies. Okay, and these kind of questions is being asked in the certification as well.
Okay. 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 So, okay, country I won't be able to change.
No, one
So,
setup will not be able
okay,
to.
I mean, okay, okay. What I was thinking is, for example, Reliance has a subsidiaries in India and, for example, Australia as well. So for
Yeah,
India, I will have to buy a different account and
no, no,
Australia
no,
a different
no, no.
account.
Don't go to the subsidiary right now. Okay, subsidiary will be getting like that.
Okay. Okay.
Subsidiary will have a different currency, different,
Yeah.
you can say the country as well, geographical areas. Okay, all those
Hmm.
entities and items, everything will be different there. Okay,
Okay.
this
Okay.
is the account setup part. Don't get confused with
Okay.
the subsidiary. Okay,
Okay.
so make sure
So
like
is
whichever the
this the, yeah,
sorry,
yeah, I was saying, is this the headquarter that, okay,
right, you can
this,
say the headquarter address you are just putting up. Okay, which companies you're gonna use NetSuite.
okay.
Okay,
So I will just note it down, Jigar. You said that we can't change the country.
yeah, country and currency one
Okay.
setup.
Okay. One
Okay,
setup.
you'll be getting a document. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
what happened? Like, okay, this is SaaS-based application, right? Software as a service. And in a
Mm-hmm.
single platform, we have numbers of the modules. And as we
Mm-hmm.
know, numbers of clients are using NetSuite in different
Mm-hmm.
vertical.
Okay.
What are these vertical? Vertical could be you can say the in service base, in manufacturing, in retail,
Mm-hmm.
in banking and
Mm-hmm.
financials, right? So it's very vast, right? So in different sectors it is being used, but like if any company which is in retail or let's say or in the service industry, why they will be using manufacturing module, right? So that means in their account
Yeah.
manufacturing should not be there.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to understand what is the requirement, what we have to enable in our system, what we have to
Okay.
do. Because what happen, if you enable, first thing is it will mess up, and even the things which is not required will be there, and it will cause issue in your system. First thing. Second
Okay.
thing is like NetSuite will charge accordingly the numbers of the modules will be using.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to be
Okay.
very particular and very clear about what we are enabling and why and what is the requirement.
Mm-hmm.
For
Okay.
example, so from where you will be setting up, like this is the second part. Okay, this is the second most important thing is enable feature.
Mm-hmm.
In enable feature, what happen, what we want in our system, what we do not want in our system, that we have to enable
Okay.
and disable. For example, under company we have a department, location and classes,
Mm-hmm.
right? These are the three segments. If I say department, location, and classes, out of these four, location,
Mm-hmm.
we know, like, okay, if we want to manage some items, inventory stock, definitely we need to have a location where we can have our physical product available, or we
Yeah.
want to stock, right? But what the
Mm-hmm.
purpose of the department and the classes? They are purely segment just for the reporting purpose. We know in every organization there will be sales department, purchase department, HR department, right? So we have a different
Yeah.
department. Why we have created those departments over there? We have those department for just reporting purpose. If anybody
Yeah.
have some human resource related concern, to whom he will reach out? To the HR, like HR
Yeah.
department. Okay. If anyone is want to uh, buy something, any customer, right? To
Mhm.
whom he will be approaching? Purchase? No. He will be going to sales department. Okay. Similarly, right? Similarly, you can see why we have this hierarchy just for the reporting and it's required. And most of the companies will see this hierarchy are there. There could be a department, sub-department as well. For example, you have talked about the software department, IT department.
Yeah.
In IT, again, there could be two types. Networking team will be different, and hardware could be like system issues and all. So there could be a different, right? So to manage those kind of things, we have to first understand what is the requirement and what we have to enable in our system. The third one is quite confusing classes. Why we have these classes? So location, we know, like location, like okay, if we are going to sell any product and all, definitely we should be aware of from which location we are going to deliver that item to our customer, how much stock is there. Okay, this is also segment. So these three are the classification, and we have the classes. What is the purpose of class, right? Because department location is clear. What is the class? Class is the third segment given by the NetSuite as an standard segment process, where let's say for example, if any, I'll give you one example. For example, let's say infrastructure company is there. Okay,
Okay.
now a Reliance infrastructure company is operating in different geographical locations. So we got covered location. They are working, so they will be having the sales department, purchase department, etc. Now the classes, maybe they are doing the infrastructure in different uh, classes. That could be, for example, they are building a residential, okay, or commercial, right? So, or institutional. So tomorrow, if they want to see the P&L, profit and loss, or the revenue, how much they have generated from a location, Mumbai, and in commercial properties, right? Or let's say they want to see, okay, so from Mumbai, how much they have generated the revenue for the residential properties, right? So this residential, this commercial, institutionals, what we can define? We can define as the classes in our system, right? So if any company which is not using, they have just two parameters like department and location, we should disable this on them. Okay,
Okay.
if
So
you
Sridhar,
disable,
when you say when you're saying that, for example, there is a company in Mumbai,
uh
so will that not come under locations because it's a different location?
no, no, actually, see what happened. Okay, what happened? Okay, I'll tell you. A company is there, ABC. Now that
Mhm.
ABC company is operating in India in 10
Mhm.
locations.
Okay.
Okay, maybe Delhi, Chennai, Mumbai, Hyderabad, something like that, right? Okay, so we
Okay.
can mention that as location as well.
Mhm.
Now they are operating. Let's say if I want to check, okay, because see, if you see the projects, right? So wherever they get the projects, for example, Reliance have the project for uh, Delhi also, okay, for the power,
Mhm. Yeah.
right? So if they want to see how much revenue they have generated and all, so this will be like they will be getting for the reporting purpose. They will be using this for reporting purpose.
Okay.
Okay. If you take a very simple example, you have a retail. Okay, you are in retail and your stores are at different locations,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you want to know how much stock is available in what location for a specific item.
Okay.
How you will be able to track? You'll be able to track by location only, right? And this list will be getting. So the only don't
Mm-hmm.
get confused. So what happen if any company required location? Just enable this one. Client will tell you. Okay,
Okay.
they will tell you. They
Okay.
will provide you the list of locations and all. You don't have to worry about. Okay, just the thing is
Okay.
like you have to come here. You have to enable it, and once you enable, then only you will be able to create a location list over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you disable
Mm-hmm.
classes from there, you'll not be getting classes then. Okay,
Okay.
similarly we have department. So these are the
Mm-hmm.
three standards. So next, also kind of question will be asked in certification. Like
Mm-hmm.
we have these three segments. Other than this, if any more segments is required, because a company, big company, you'll see they have up to 7 or 8 segments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so NetSuite provide the three standard segments. Other than this, if you required, we have to enable the custom segment as well.
Okay.
Custom segment means, so like here we have department, location, and classes. In that segment, you can enter your own name, whatever you think of, and accordingly you'll be able to manage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just make sure this is for the reporting purpose. Similarly, we
Okay.
have project, right? Project will be enabled for the project management. For example, let's say any company which is taking the contract from the government, okay, or any IT companies who is taking the project for the another, you can say the product based company, okay, and they want to track like how many employees are working, how many hours, and they want to take the time sheet and based on the billing charges, etc. Okay, so that kind of things we want to have the project.
Okay.
Okay, you have to go there, and similarly we have general ERP general. It's general, you know, like for example, if any company where most probably you'll see in manufacturing and retail only, okay, where you want to have this multiple units of measurement,
Yeah.
okay, whether it's kg or something. Once you enable, then only you'll be getting this list over here, else not.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, and if enable, then only you'll be able to select the uh, units of measurement on your item, else not. Okay, so we have to
Okay.
enable this one if required. If not, we can disable it as well. Use deletion region. Why we have this use deletion region? Because let's say if any transaction has been created in the system, sales order, purchase
Mm-hmm.
order, invoice, vendor bill, anything, right? And if user is deleting, so if deleted, it's okay, fine. But what happened in audit, a question will be raised, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why this transaction was deleted and all. So for that purpose, we
Yeah.
have
Right.
this use reason. If you enable this one, when you'll be deleting any record, system will ask you
Mm-hmm.
justification for that to justify. Okay,
Okay.
and if you make it
Mm-hmm.
false, then what will happen? If you are deleting, system will not ask you for the justification.
Okay.
Okay, so that for that
Okay.
purpose, if any company do not want to track, it's okay, you can make it false. But if you want to track it, you have to make it true, so that in the audit, auditor
Mm-hmm.
can go and get the reports from there and will be able to see, okay, if this record was deleted, for what reason.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Then we have similarly multi-subsidiary customer. Okay, now as I told you, right, so don't worry, like this is theoretical 1 2 session. Okay, I'll be showing all these things.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Okay.
have multi-subsidiary customer. Why we have multi-subsidiary customer? Because let's say uh, we have Reliance Entertainment and Reliance Jio,
Mm-hmm.
right? Those
Reliance.
are those
Okay.
are the two. the different or the separate legal entities or the two
Yeah.
different
Okay.
subsidiaries. Right? Now, if a customer is there who is
Mm-hmm.
the customer for Reliance Entertainment as well as Reliance Jio both,
Mm-hmm.
right? But in our NetSuite account, when you are going to create a customer record, is it like
Mm-hmm.
you want to create individually for each of them, or we can create only one record and we can mention those two subsidiaries over there as well?
Okay.
Because I'll tell
Okay.
you what happen if you create two customers for two different subsidiaries.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that will be duplicate customer, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
So it
one customer might be related to both the subsidiaries.
yeah. So in this case, actually, what happened once you enable this multi-subsidiary customer? So
Yeah.
on the customer record, I'll just show you. So on the customer record, you will be able
Mm-hmm.
to define two subsidiary in a single account. How I'll just show you. Okay. On the
Shekhar,
customer
any, I
record,
mean, yeah, yeah, yeah.
sorry.
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah. So any like customer record, we can have one primary subsidiary,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and we can say others could be a like here you can see right primary subsidiary. We have defined as Reliance
Yeah,
Corp, but
yeah.
again below you can see we have the other subsidiary list. So if I edit this record, I will be able to assign multiple subsidiary to this customer. So what will happen if you create transaction? If you are creating a
Mm-hmm.
transaction, then by default primary subsidy will come up, okay,
Okay.
and if you want you'll be able to change over there as well.
So,
So here
okay,
this is
this
a
is relax.
yeah, this is
Okay.
Reliance Corp. Now I'll say Reliance Corp India, and then the third one also I can assign Reliance Smart or something like that.
Okay. So we are adding the subsidiaries under Reliance Corp.
No, to a customer name is Maruti customer.
Okay.
So now
So
what will
Shekhar,
happen?
Reliance Corp is also a subsidiary, right?
Reliance Corp is a subsidiary, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then why we are saying it as a primary?
Okay, I'll tell you. So let's say, for example, as I told you, right, ABC is a customer, but
Yeah.
he is customer for both Reliance Entertainment and Reliance Jio, right?
Mm-hmm.
So though both of them we will be assigning on the customer record, right? But we'll
Mm-hmm.
be having one primary subsidiary. So what will happen? This whenever we'll be creating a transaction. For example, if I create a sales order, I'll just show you. If I try to create a sales order for this customer, so by default, primary crop will come.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
Okay.
okay,
But we have the
okay,
option we can change to any these two as well because here we have a big
mm,
list of subsidiary, right? But whatever we have assigned here, only that list will come up, and based on that, we'll be able to select. And again, one more thing, a
okay,
subsidiary may have different currencies as well.
okay. Different currencies and different locations also, right?
No location, don't worry. Okay, they will be having
Okay,
a different location. Yeah.
okay,
Because
okay,
on location you'll be able to select only one subsidiary, not multiple. So if I say
okay.
Maruti, this is our customer.
Customer, yeah.
Let this get selected. So here we have the subsidiary which is blank and will get filled. So once this will, because what happen whenever you'll be selecting a customer, right? System will refresh once again. And now it got refreshed, and by default we are getting the Reliance Corp, right? And
Okay.
if you open this one, we are getting the all other three, which is mentioned on the customer record, and we'll be able to select
Okay,
like this.
okay, okay.
Okay. for that purpose. So that is the use of multiple subsidiary customer. If you disable this field, then what will happen? Like you'll not be able to select subsidiary, multiple subsidiary on the customer record. And once this is enabled and you have some data in your system, you cannot make
Mm-hmm.
it disable. You cannot disable it.
You mean that?
You cannot make
Okay. I mean,
check. I
okay.
mean, let's say once you enable this feature, right? Once you
Okay.
enable this feature, you have marked this checkbox true, and you
Mm-hmm.
have created some customer with the multiple subsidiary and all.
Okay.
Even a single customer with the multiple subsidiary.
Yeah.
Now, if you try to
Okay.
remove this checkbox, you will not be able to. Why? Because there is a
Okay.
dependent data in the system now.
Mm-hmm. So I'll have to first delete that data.
Yeah, that try that way. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So we have to be
And
very
Shikhar,
particular.
one thing. I mean, is it mandatory to select one subsidiary as a primary?
Right. A customer record you cannot create without subsidiary.
Okay. Because why I was asking is, see, sometimes I mean we have to create a lot of customers, right? So I mean, if we are creating quickly, so
No,
I
quickly.
mean, if
That time we
there
have
is,
to assign. No, that time even we have to assign because without subsidiary you'll not be able to create the customer record.
okay,
At least
okay,
one subsidiary is required.
right, okay,
Okay, at least one is required, and the reason is, and that should be the again that should be there should be one primary as well.
okay,
Okay, because
mm-hmm.
if you are creating a customer record, a system should be aware of for which particular uh, company you have created that customer. If you want to pull out tomorrow a report, right? If you want to
Yeah,
get a report or how many for which company, how many customers we have won in last 2 months.
okay,
Okay, what about these which are unassigned? So
mm-hmm.
they are the customer means they will be customer of any company only, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right,
So
right,
that is the reason it's required to have the subsidiary.
okay,
Without that, you'll not be able to save the customer record.
mm-hmm. Okay,
Now, then we have multi languages. So NetSuite also support multiple languages. Okay.
mm-hmm.
Around we have there is a list of 21 or something like languages that NetSuite support. Okay. Just give me a minute. Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah. So so if you want to use the multiple you can say the multiple languages, you have to enable this one.
Okay,
Then we have multiple currencies. Multiple currencies is important. Why? Because what happened? We are have using a NetSuite uh, multi subsidy, right? Now
yeah,
in multi subsidy will be having the multiple currencies as well,
okay, okay, okay,
right? And there will be two types of transaction. One
uh-huh.
transaction is with the customer. For example, I place an order in USD. My customer is
Okay,
making the payment in INR.
okay,
Okay, or my vendor. Let's talk about the vendor. That's actually happens. Okay, my vendor is from
mm-hmm.
China, right? From which I used to
Yeah,
purchase the product.
mm-hmm.
Okay, now they have raised uh, from their Chinese currency in their Chinese
Mm-hmm.
currency
Mm-hmm.
yen, and like what we are doing is we are making the payment in dollar USD.
Okay,
Okay, so that will be one condition. Second condition is, let's say two subsidiary we have,
mm-hmm.
subsidiary A and subsidiary B. Subsidiary A is from India, subsidiary B is from the US, right?
Okay,
Let's say if subsidiary that is A from the US, they want to procure something from subsidiary B, which is in India,
mm-hmm.
operating in INR, right?
Okay,
If they want, so there could be a transaction between the two subsidiaries as well. We call
right,
it
right,
as intercompany transaction.
okay,
Okay, intercompany transaction also there will be different currencies and exchange rate will be required.
okay, mm-hmm.
Okay, For that purpose, we should enable this one. Then only the you will be able to see the exchange rate and the proper calculation for them. And this is
Okay.
the feature for enable. This cannot be disabled. You cannot
Okay.
disable.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. By default, it will be enabled.
No, no, not by default. We have to do that.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we have currency exchange rate integration. This anytime you can make it disabled, enable. Why? By what this is basically. Let's say we have two way, right? One
Mm-hmm.
way is whether we want to do manual process. Manual process means we go there and
Mm-hmm.
update the exchange rate every day, or
Mm-hmm.
whenever there is a change, or we want like there will be integration with the
Okay.
Thompson and the Zignite. Okay, so they will be updating it automatically. We don't have to worry about.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so if you enable this one, then system will automatically update the exchange rate.
Okay.
Else, if it's disabled, then we have to do it manually. We can see the
Uh,
currency, and here we have the currency rate, right?
okay.
Then if so, here you can see we have enable and method is direct.
Yeah.
Why direct? Because it is done by the system itself.
Okay.
You can see the last time when it was updated and all right, all in just let me refresh it. Okay,
USD.
here
Okay.
you can see this is the manual, right?
Yeah. Right.
This has been updated manually on 17th August,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if you see
Okay.
for
Okay.
this one, this was done by the again rate provider. Who is the rate
Right.
provider? We have two options, either Thomson or the Zignite.
Okay.
Okay, and last time what was the rate provided? You can see the base currency is British pound and the source
Yeah.
currency is Canadian dollar.
Okay.
Okay, direct rate is this one, source rate this one, rate used this one, okay, and all.
Okay.
So if
So
you disable
okay.
that feature, if you disable, if you don't want to use this one, if you so what happens? System will not update the exchange rate directly, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. And you know, like as you are using the services, as we are enabling, right? So we are using Ignite or the Thomson, definitely NetSuite will charge something to us.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So that's the
Yeah.
reason I'm telling, okay, we have to be very particular about even we show all these things to our customer as well. Okay, these are the features that we have enabled in your system.
Okay. Okay.
They
So
should be
every
aware of.
feature, every feature has a cost, right?
Not every feature, like it's you can say the module basis or something like that. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
but they charges. For example, these kind of things they charge.
Okay.
For example, if I'm going to use the project management system, right? It's a module.
Yeah.
So NetSuite gonna charge for that one. So NetSuite have a different charges for the platform, like NetSuite platform. Again, platform could be a NetSuite simple account and NetSuite one word. So one world platform will have a different prices. Then again
Mm-hmm.
in one world account, how many subsidy you want? Because
Yeah.
NetSuite limitation is up to 125. If you want
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, right? So how much subsidy you want? Based on that, they will be charging. And again, based on
Okay.
all these things, like okay, what you have enabled and what are the modules that you are using, what the
Mm-hmm.
suite apps you are using, how many users are there in your system
Yeah.
who are having the NetSuite access. Okay, because user access is again chargeable, right? So based
Yeah.
on that, all these actually charge is being calculated.
Okay. 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 So we'll be going through the charges also, right? I mean, how what would be the
Charges actually no, because the charges I'll tell you, charges is something which always changes.
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so basically what
Uh,
happen whenever you go to NetSuite, okay, they will give you the code. Okay, then again you should have the word with them because they also provide some discounts and some offers promotions going on. Sometimes they uh, give the NetSuite account very less margin or something like that. So it
mm-hmm.
depends basically.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but yeah, there are some of charges. I'll tell you high level. Okay, you can go through.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, yeah, right.
then whenever you want, you have to get with the NetSuite, and NetSuite will ask you, okay, what are the things you're looking for? In which sector,
Okay.
in what vertical you are working, how
Mm-hmm.
many like subsidy you want, multiple subsidy, what are the like you can modules gonna use, okay? And based
Mm-hmm.
on that, they will be giving the roughly quotation. How many
Okay.
users? Okay.
And then I
So
mean, companies also will also negotiate, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Okay.
okay, okay.
So they will be
So,
giving you the discounts
uh,
and promotions happens, I know.
okay, okay. Shikhar, I mean, you were part of, I mean, that costing thing also earlier. That I mean, you have actually seen how much the company has bought and what exactly
Yeah,
the
there's a see, there's a different rates actually. Okay.
yeah.
So mostly I have worked for the service company, okay, service company.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
So there's a different charges. Again, the customization charge is something which is totally different.
okay, 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 okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all depends. Very straightforward. Like okay, so if you what kind of account you're looking for,
Mm-hmm.
how many users, how much
Mm-hmm.
your system is complex, how many subsidies, and what are the different modules you're looking for.
Okay.
Okay, these are the 4 5 things must actually. You can go and you can query on the netsuite.com site as well. Okay, and you can get the
Oh, okay,
quotation. But
okay,
they will ask you for your company
okay.
information, other things, and they will be providing you that. Okay, they will schedule a
Okay.
call. I know. Okay, yeah. So uh, fine. Now we have then a data management. Okay, the
Yeah.
on which part is the NetSuite is there is no maintenance charges. Like maintenance charges means this maintenance is being taken care by the NetSuite itself. Whatever you pay in that one, okay. So you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to worry about the maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you don't have to worry about your data. That's very
Okay.
secure. Okay. And again, the huge amount you pay for the on-premises, uh, like you can see the servers, right? Application.
Mm-hmm.
Here you don't have to pay that much. It's too cheaper. But the thing is like in the on-premises, once you purchased, like you have to maintain it, you have to security is again one of the concern. And
Mm-hmm.
again, like when there will be any issue or something like that, then again you have to reach out and they will be charging a lot. But in
Yeah.
NetSuite, what happened? Like they will charge nominal amount, genuine
Mm-hmm.
one, and
Mm-hmm.
that is something you have to renew every year.
Every year. Okay.
Okay, till the time, for example, server one you have purchased and you are using your own, right? If any maintenance issue is also
Mhm.
there, you have your team you are managing, right? So
Yeah.
you don't have to pay it to the company from whom you have purchased that server and all. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have to worry about. But
Yeah.
here we have to make the annual payment to them.
Okay.
Okay, that is all the SaaS based application, cloud based application is the same, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay,
I
now
mean, it
we
will also be like if I want to take it for, let's say, more than 1 year, so I'll pay directly for 3 years or 4 years like that.
right,
Is it
right,
possible?
right.
Yeah.
It's good for
Okay.
them as well, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So data management, right? Data management, we have inline editing. This is not a particular modules or something. This is one of the features. Like uh, if you want to edit any record without opening it from the list itself,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be able to do that. For
Mm-hmm.
example, let's say this is the list of the customer. I'll go to list of the customer. Now this you can see the radio button is there kind of, right? What this button is, this is because of inline editing only. If we disable this one,
Okay.
this features, you can try later, okay? If you disable these features, so any record, if you come to the
Uh-huh.
list, you'll not be able to see this button, okay?
Okay.
And what this button do, actually, once you open this button, it will be green now. And then without opening a record, you will be able to edit some of the fields, not all the fields.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's not green.
Yeah, it's just loading, right? Okay.
Okay.
Now it's green. Now these are the field which you can see, right? Those
Uh-huh.
fields are editable. Where this is editing sign symbol is there, right?
Okay.
Okay, these fields you can edit. How you can edit? Just let this get refreshed. So here you can see that I can type something, whatever I want.
Okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So it will be
Right,
saved directly from here.
right. No need of, for example, here there is no data, right? If I want to put something, so this is the list kind of field. I will be
Okay.
able to select from here itself.
Okay, okay. Fine. Category, yeah. And if I disable that, then again I'll have to go into the form
Yeah,
to
if you
edit.
disable this one, so where you can see this symbol is there, right? Pencil kind of.
Yeah,
Those
so I
records
can.
only, those fields only you'll be able to edit. And for example,
Okay.
if I disable it, so now I'll not be able to make the changes and I have to open the record and again just change the value and just save it.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Now, if I click here, I'll not be able to do anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this feature will only be available, this field will be only be available if this inline will be enabled.
Inline editing. Okay.
If this will be false, you will not be able to see this particular button over here and you will not be able to edit from the list only.
Okay.
Then we have a file cabinet. What's the purpose of file cabinet? Like every system, we need a space to store data, right?
Mm-hmm.
Store some important files, etc. So for that purpose, in our NetSuite account, for example, let's say your one vendor agreement, right? Your
Mm-hmm.
customer agreement kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
or let's say any employment agreement or something, some documents you have.
Yeah.
And again, you want to track the different attachments, mails, and
Mm-hmm.
all. We need a space, right? So
Yeah.
where we'll be getting? So if you enable this one, then only you'll be getting document file and file cabinet.
File
Now
cabinet.
here in this file cabinet, you can create your own folder inside a NetSuite.
Okay.
Okay. And in that folder, you can keep your data.
Mm-hmm.
You can see you have new folder option, delete files, move files, copy files. And if you want to add, you'll be able to add from here.
Okay.
Okay. You can select and add. So and it will ask you for the folder and all. Okay. So those kind of things could be done over here. But
Okay.
if you want this file cabinet to be there in your system, what you have to do is you have to first enable
Mm-hmm.
file cabinet.
File cabinet. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just show you. Tick this checkbox to be able to upload or link to document and images and then associate them with the records.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As I told you, we can have a customer agreement, vendor agreement, employee agreement, right? So for them related data you can store there.
Okay, okay, okay. And I
Okay, you
guess
can.
I guess limited people only will have the access to this file cabinet,
So
right?
those kind of restrictions we have. Okay, for example, if you want to restrict it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll just open this one.
Yeah, no. Space.
Okay, 1 second. I'll delete this one. Okay. Now
Yeah.
here you can see we can restrict by classes, departments,
Okay.
locations, subsidiary, and group of people as well.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
This group we can
Document
create in our
folders, yeah.
NetSuite account. Yeah, we can create a group in our NetSuite account. And this group could be a dynamic and static both. If you want to fix, okay, these people should be able to, okay, hard code
Mm-hmm.
if you want. That is also possible. And if you want, like based on the searches, let's say for example, you have said only the users who have department as a sales department can only be in this group, right? So system will check automatically how many users are there having the department and sales, and it will put all those people in that group. And if you select that group, they will be having the access.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And again, if you don't want to share with anyone else something, you can make it private. And if you want, like, okay, tomorrow nobody, like, it's no use or nothing like that, okay, you can make it inactive.
Inactive. Okay. Inactive is, I mean, sorry, I did not get that. What is inactive?
Inactive is something no more. This is well, like this is not valid anymore.
Okay.
Okay, for example, anything, right? For example, let's say uh, uh, we have a list of some document, typed in document, and whenever we hire an employee, we share
Mm-hmm.
those document or we keep that document with respect to them, right? But
Mm-hmm.
now what happened is out of that six, one is not valid. Okay, we said no.
Okay.
Instead of six, only will be having the five documents. So
Okay.
what we can do, because we'll not be deleting it, because the same file we have already used with the numbers of the employees,
Mm-hmm.
and that this form is already linked with those, right? Those records.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
and in ERP system, make sure we have to avoid delete. Okay, we
Okay.
should not be deleting anything.
Exactly.
You have the option, for example, you have the option to void, you have the option to inactive. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so these kind of features we have to use, because if you delete, you will be in trouble as per the audit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so we have to be very particular about this, like we should avoiding deleting anything,
Okay.
even any field. If not required, we don't have data, make it disable, like inactive. Okay, don't delete that one, like that. So those kind of things will be able to do, we can restrict and all. Okay,
Okay.
and again, just for this file cabinet, we should have this one enabled.
Okay.
Then we have enhanced file security, like if you are employee expense report and all. Okay, so for this we want to have the security, use employee specific expense report folder
Okay.
to provide the more security and all. Here you can see. Check this box to have expense file attachment automatically submit to dedicated employee expense folder predefined by the system. If you have the administrator role, you can see the content of this folder, but employee cannot locate and access to the attachment of the file cabinet. Employees must. So, for example, let's say another employee expense report is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then, as an admin, you will be able to see. For example, if you have the admin role,
Mm-hmm.
but any other user will not be able to see that. Okay, so that is something we are providing extra security.
Okay.
Okay, but again, if you want to enable, then you have to enable. If you want to disable, you can disable.
Yeah. Enabling it will, I mean, it will not let everyone see.
Right. It will not let everyone see. Okay. Only the person who is submitting, let's say you are employee of any organization, you have submitted that expense report, you will be able to see. Whoever will
Okay.
be the approver, they can see.
Okay.
Okay. You like to provide, but not all the people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Admin can see that.
Okay. Okay.
Admin can see each and everything in the system.
Okay.
And then we have duplicate detection and merges. Why we
Mm-hmm.
have duplicate detection merges? As I told you, right? So we have two subsidiary, or let's say don't forget about the two subsidiary. We are doing a CSG import, right? We
Mm-hmm.
what happened? We have newly implemented an NetSuite account, and
Mm-hmm.
from our existing uh, ERP application, we want to pull out the list of customer and we want to import in our
Mm-hmm.
NetSuite. Now
Mm-hmm.
what will happen? There could be a duplicacy.
Okay.
There could be a multiple record with the same name and all. And so let's say we have already imported in the system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now
Mm-hmm.
what will happen? Customer record got created.
Okay.
That will cause the issue. Why? How? And what? How they will cause the issue? Because uh, what will happen? Let's say if you are creating any transaction, maybe
Mm-hmm.
some transaction you have created for duplicate customer A, and some of them you have created for duplicate customer B.
Yeah.
Now, what happen if tomorrow if that customer will ask, okay, so I want my all the history data,
Mm-hmm.
how many purchasing I have done from your organization, right?
Yeah.
So you will not be able to identify, because some of the data are linked to some other account, some of the account like the data is linked to some other account.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for example, as of now, if you go to your Amazon account, right? So sometimes we
Yeah.
see how many purchases we have done. And let's say if you have two accounts in the Amazon, will you be able to get all the orders listed in a single account? No, right?
No, no.
Some are here, some there, right? So that means duplicate, right? To avoid that kind of things, we have enabled this duplicate detection and merges. So what system will do? If you try to create a duplicate customer,
Mm-hmm.
system will notify you.
Okay.
Okay, and still, let's say if you are creating it, if you have
Mm-hmm.
or like creating that duplicate one, and you are doing the transaction, system will facilitate your feature where you can go and you can merge them.
Okay.
For
Okay.
example, you have two for mobile number. From one
Mm-hmm.
mobile number, you have registered your Amazon. You did some shopping. From the
Exactly.
another mobile number, you have done some shopping. Now we
Yeah.
have two accounts, right? And whenever you
Yes.
communicating with the Amazon, they will be asking you for a mobile number, and they will be seeing history, like what are the item you have purchased in the past.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay. Then if
Mm-hmm.
you ask them to link my both the orders together, they are not going to do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, but in NetSuite we have like that is based on the business scenario. They can also do
Okay.
that. Okay, so
Okay.
if we want to merge, so if we want to merge that kind of things, what we can do, we can have the merge option, and we can
Okay.
go there and we can merge the two customer together. So what will happen? Duplicate will get deleted, and A and B get combined together on a single record.
Okay. I
I'll
mean,
be showing
how
you.
I. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, maybe your next question is how system is going to identify whether that is duplicate customer or not.
Yeah, I think that we can differentiate by the, for example, mobile number or something like that, right?
Right. So we have a set of parameter, right? We can define the parameter in the system. We have a place setting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We can go there. We'll be defining, okay, we want to identify by email ID or the phone number
Yeah.
or
Right.
location and something kind of thing, right? So
Okay.
or identification, unique identification number, license number, anything.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll have a. So I'm just telling you, okay, enable this one. How
Yeah.
to set up those part, how to implement, we'll be talking about.
Okay.
Just make sure, don't get confused. Here we are enabling. Okay, this is not
Okay.
the complete part I'm telling you. I have
Mm-hmm.
just enabled, then I'll be doing the setting for this one, and then I'll be showcasing you how and what kind of things could be done for this one
Okay.
also as well. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
most of the things like file cabinet, I'll show you how to upload the data over there, how you can fetch on the record, what is the limit, and everything we'll be talking about in detail. We are just
Okay.
enabling here.
Okay.
Then we have IP address rule for
Mm-hmm.
any customer, not customer, basically this is for employee. Okay, if you want to restrict for the IP address, because every
Mm-hmm.
IT company is like wants security, right? And we are very specific to IP address and all. So IP address rule you can set up in your system.
Okay.
Now under accounting, we have a different thing. For example, definitely we are using a NetSuite account, which for the ERP, then we have to enable the accounting, AR, like account receivable. If you want to do the savings and all. Let's say, for
Mm-hmm.
example, if you want to use you are using your NetSuite account just for the sales, not for the purchase. Maybe for purchase you are using a different application. Okay.
Yes, sorry. Hello. Yes, sorry, Shekhar, I missed.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I am saying, as you are using the NetSuite ERP applications, so
Okay.
these are the basic things that need to be enabled, like accounting,
Right.
AR, AP, etc. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Exactly.
let's say for the AR, you are using a NetSuite account, but for the AP account, like purchases, okay,
Mm-hmm.
account payables, you are using a different application.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Maybe you are doing that in a JD
Okay.
Edwards, right?
JD
So what
Edwards. Yeah.
happened? Like, yeah, then we can make it false over here if you're not going to use the AP,
Oh,
right?
okay.
But if you're using both AR and AP in NetSuite itself, you have to enable them.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay. Then we have accounting, create GL audit numbers. So these are the like the basic one that we have to enable. Expense allocations, dynamic allocations. These are the specific module. Okay. That is a part of advanced financial amortization, multiple budgets, intercompany time and expense, automated intercompany. So what is this all like all these features are about? Okay, these or this is regarding a uh, intercompany, where I told you, right, we can have a transaction between the two subsidiaries. Okay,
Okay.
maybe a company A is working on behalf of company B.
Okay.
Okay, or company is taking a service from company B. Now what will happen, their employees and how many hours they are working and everything, time and expense to be calculated,
Okay.
right? So for all those kinds of things we have enabled. So we'll be having a session on the intercompany transaction. Okay,
Okay.
we'll be talking about the there if company A purchase something from company B or company B sells something to company A, how that hierarchy will come. Okay, simple sales and purchase. Then in
Okay.
case of transfer as well, if company is transferring any item to transfer to company B, right?
Okay.
How that
Okay.
kind of scenario will run, how the profit and loss, whatever the amount is we are getting, how that is going to eliminated. Okay,
Okay.
and then we'll be talking about the intercompany drop shipment as well. Let's say, for example, company A is there, subsidiary A is there. No, subsidiary A don't have that item. Okay,
Yeah.
but subsidiary A customer asks, let's say you have an organization, one is in US and one is in India, right? And your customer is in China, and he
Okay.
said, I want that product. Maybe that China customer is for the customer of US subsidiary, and he asked for US to, I want that product. Now, what will happen? US don't have that in its stock. So, what it will ask? It will ask India to
Yeah.
deliver that product to the China,
Okay.
right? So, this is drop shipment. Drop shipment means in a case where, let's say, I am getting the order from my customer, but I am not
Okay.
going to fulfill you. I will ask you to fulfill. And for me, that is my customer and you are my vendor, right? I am asking my
Okay.
vendor
Okay.
directly ship the product to my customer.
Right. 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 Yeah. Direct ship.
Okay, so yeah, so we have a drop shipment as well as we have the intercompany drop shipment as well.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we'll be talking about there in drop shipment how this basically works.
Okay.
Okay, fine, then I'll stop here. Okay, and we'll
Okay.
continue tomorrow. Will you be available tomorrow as well?
Yeah, tomorrow. I mean, I can continue today also. I mean, if you want
No,
10,
no,
15
actually,
minutes also.
no, actually, I have some other plan. Okay, at 12 o'clock.
Okay, okay, okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, then what we'll do? We will be connecting tomorrow at the same time.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Okay.
fine. Then. Stop.